Looking out now over part of old Quebec City, there's I think the equivalent of City Hall. I think they call it the Hôtel de Ville, which doesn't really translate into English. The village hotel doesn't, or the hotel of the city. I don't think that really works. Basically the equivalent of City Hall. There's the Quebec flag. See the spire. The church spire there. I think that's a Protestant church there. But most of the spires you see in Quebec are Catholic. I don't know. Spires there in the distance can be seen, but whenever you get to an elevated spot in Quebec, when there are populations around, spires can be seen almost all the time, and it's a reminder of Quebec's history and its association with the Catholic Church. This is part of the old fortress here at the edge of Quebec City. There's a Canadian soldier. I think one of the challenges Quebec has is there's a lot of talk about the unique history of Quebec and the unique culture of Quebec. And that's true. Quebec does have a very unique history and culture here in North America. But much of that culture, much of that history is associated with the Catholic Church, which most Quebecers have rejected in one way or another, just meaning that the churches are empty or near empty. The last time I was at a service at the Catholic Cathedral in Quebec City, the presiding priest was an immigrant from Africa. And so it's the problem of not having a usable past, that on the one hand we say our past is unique and makes us culturally distinct, culturally different, culturally special. We recognize that historically there was a strong link between the French language here in Quebec and the Catholic Church. But beginning in the 60s, there's a general move away from the Catholic Church in terms of attendance, I think in terms of just personal conviction. And so it's kind of an awkward position. We're a unique people, but we have rejected that thing that made us unique. I wonder if the Welsh in Wales, if it's something similar there, because the Welsh language in Wales survived in large part because of the Protestant churches. The Sunday schools where Welsh was taught, and when it wasn't permissible to speak Welsh in the schools, Welsh was used in the churches, it was used in the Sunday schools. And so the churches in Wales had a lot to do with the preservation of the language there, of the Welsh language. But as is the case throughout the West, as fewer and fewer people are committed to what the churches represent, then that important part of their history becomes less important. And there's a sense that we're a unique We represent a unique culture, we have a unique language, we have historically a unique and different way of being. But that thing that most preserved our uniqueness, that we reject. I think it must be kind of an awkward position to be in. If you look out here, this is the part of the Plains of Abraham where a major battle was fought in 1759 between the British and the French. The key question being whether this part of North America would be under the French flag or the British flag. The British won that battle in 1759, and so the question was resolved. Even if the British had lost that battle, I kind of doubt that the French would have been able to hold on to this part of North America anyway, but there's no way to know that for certain. But we do know what happened. The British won in 1759, and New France comes under the British flag. This is the entrance to the Citadel here, and you see we've got a Canadian guard there. So there's some security, but it's such a heavy tourist area. Security's not real intense, but there's some security there. So this is the outer edge of old Quebec City. There are the plains out there, the Plains of Abraham, and then that there is newer parts of the city outside the old walls, originally built by the French and then fortified by the British. You can see part of the old wall right there.